Hi, Flosstube. I thought I'd just give you a little bit updates on what projects and my quilts I have been doing. I have started off with little kits. One of my first ones I went to Atlantic Quilting's show quite a few years ago. And I picked up little kits like this. It gives you all your little pattern and all that and how much material you need. And I actually went and this is this one and everything. So, and it's more of a lap quilt and all that. And basically, yep, as I say, I love picking up material for the back and everything. So this is one of my lap quilts. I kept this. So this is one of my first big lap quilts I made. I've done a few and given them away. This other one here, I got basically, I just started off with Craftsy online, the Craftsy store. And I buy kits on that, and you get a PDF and all that by the material. The material comes with the kit and everything, and this is another one of the one I have kind of kept and everything. So these two kind of started me off basically with kits and everything. After that, I kind of gone to doing larger quilts. I'll show you one next time, my larger one. I still have to do free motion on it. And this is my free motion machine. I've only had about a year and I love it. It's a brother and everything. And I've gone into paper piecing. And I'll show you the paper piecing, which I call my Barcelona quilt, because I got it, us girls were in Barcelona like 2 years ago, and we always hit fabric stores or cross-stitching stores. And then my next one is going to be a Ricky Timms quilt. It's a convergence type quilt. And I'll be showing you little by little on those as I go along, okay? And then later I'll give you a little on my photography. I bought myself a new camera last year, another Nikon 7200, which I love and everything, okay? So that's a little bit on me and my little quilting and everything, and this is my sewing area, okay? Hi Flosstube, this is Ginny here again. This is one of my paper piecing quilts I told you about, my Barcelona quilt. Some of this material we got in Barcelona, and I decided to do paper piecing. My sister Rosemary turned me into paper piecing. So I want to show you a little bit. I'm going to show you the book I use, and I love the book. It's got so many patterns and everything. But I thought I'd show you what the quilt looks like and all that. So if you just hold on a minute and everything, and I will be with you in just a second. I am back. Let's talk a little bit about paper piecing. As I say, I showed you my quilt and all that. These are all the different blocks. The colors, basically, for Barcelona Gotti and all that, the artist and all that. I just love his colors. So all my quilts are, all the boxes are pretty much all the colors that he used. And some of this material I did get in Barcelona at one of the fabric stores, okay? The back of it is just very simple black, and I just wanted to outline it with very thin binding with all the different colors, if you can see, just to show it off and everything. So basically, this is the book I have used. I found this in a quilting store and all that, and it is basically paper piecing, the quilter's workbook and all that. It's got tons of different patterns in it and everything. I have used this a couple of times already. There's a CD that comes with it, and basically you can print out your patterns and all that, and it tells you step by step on how to do it. What's nice about this is you can find a pattern you like, and then you can pick out the colors. If you got a lot of certain material that you really like and you don't know what to do with it, you can just find a pattern and you can just match. And that's how I did this one. This one is one of the star ones and all. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure I'll remember it later, but it does come with a nice little DVD that has all your resources, all your patterns, and you just print it out. And I just got quilting paper piecing material that you can get at the paper you can get at the fabric store for that, and that way you can sew on it and everything. It took me a couple of tries. I used YouTube to watch how to do paper piecing, because you can get a little confused at the beginning, but once you got the how to do it, the ins and outs, it becomes very easy and all that. So that's what I used. I used this book for this quilt, and then for my pattern on the top, my free motion, I bought this book when I was in New York City with my youngest Kathleen. We always hit the fabric stores, and it has all different types of patterns in the book, you can see. So basically I find a pattern I like and everything, and then I just kind of, I make copies of it. A couple of them I tape together, and I just put it in front of me on this by the sewing machine, and I just try and follow as a free motion on the top of the quilt and everything. I try different things of marking with chalk and pens and all that, but it just didn't work as easy, and I bought the gold paper where you can put the pattern on the paper and then you lay it on your quilt. I just found it a lot more work. I just like actually doing the free motion, because if you get tired of a pattern, you can change to another pattern. So this is a nice reference for different types of patterns and everything. And it's easy. They do say try and use like copy paper and do the pattern freehand with a pen or pencil, that type thing, to get used to the flow. But after you do it a while, it gets really easy. So this is actually a lovely book on how to do free motion quilting and all that, stippling, different types here. Okay, so that's it for now. And as I say, I'll be talking to you about a couple other things, and I'll show you what my new project is going to be. I told you about the Ricky Timms Convergence, and I'll show you the material I got for this. And this is going to be my fall, because winter up here we get a lot of snow, and if I don't have to go out in the snow, I don't go out, and that's usually my quilting time. Okay, thanks. Okay, and you have a good day. Okay, bye. Hi Flosstube, this is Ginny here again. In one of my earlier videos I mentioned a new quilt I'll be working on. This is going to be my winter quilt. It gets very cold, a lot of snow up here in the north. Okay, it's a convergence type quilt. I got this book and I'm very interested in trying one of these quilts. It's a Ricky Timms Convergence quilt. Basically you take 2 or so designs and you strip them, and then you kind of put them in different, you can just do different designs and all that. And so this book is just really very interesting, and I just thought this would be a really cool wall hanging and all that. So what I had decided on doing is, I grew up in Miami. Of course, we always had this aquarium at the beaches, so I still, I love my fish and everything, and I have an aquarium here at home and everything. So I found this panel at Joann's and everything. I just love the colors, they're so vivid and everything. And then I went online, and I think I found this on fabric.com. I can't remember. I looked at so many, and I actually ordered different kinds of material. And this is the one I decided on. It has different gradients of color. It's deeper here and very light here and all that. So what I am going to try and do, and as I start doing this, I will start putting a video together. I am going to start cutting it. You cut it into strips and all that. And you can start it wider and then work your way into more narrow strips. And the other piece I can do the same thing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to piece them in between each strip here and all that. I'm hoping it's going to give a different type of dimension to the quilt and all that. And I'm hoping to make this as a wall quilt, as I say. So this is going to be my next quilt I'm going to work on. It's going to take a little bit of time, because cutting, stripping, and all that, and making sure everything looks pretty straight does take time. But if you have time, this book is really great on different types of quilts and all that. He's just amazing on his colors and everything. So I would just say, yeah, if you get a chance, if you're at one of the quilting stores, sewing stores, and you see Ricky Timms, go ahead, pick it up. It's just very amazing what you can do and all that. All right? So that's it for now. My 2 sisters and I are off to Dublin in a couple of days, and we'll probably do a couple of maybe some videos type. We'll be looking at fabric stores and cross-stitching stores and all that type stuff, okay? So it's a girls' trip. We're doing Dublin and then on to Belfast for a day or 2, okay? So when I get back, I'll be starting this quilt and all that, all right? Thanks. You guys have a good day. Bye.